Instructor Turner with Elite Public Safety Training Academy. I wanted to shoot this video because I got questions from somebody I need to assist. You know who you are, in getting qualified, number one, or getting a better qualification score, and number two, how to put your hands back on the gun after you do a mag change. So what I'm going to do is explain some things that you may not be doing, or you may be doing, but you just need to do a little faster or a little more efficiently. Okay. Number one is going to be involved in the way you align what I would call your merchandise. Okay. The way you align these things are going to make a great factor of how fast you can get back on target, or get that sight acquisition back up, or get proper hand placement back up. If you don't have these things in line correctly, and what's most comfortable for you, you're going to have problems in presenting the gun back to your target for qualification. Now, I'm 100% against qualification. The reason I say that is because my set of the qualification is for someone to go really fast and score high enough to make amends, just to pass a score. Well, truly, what they should be doing for security and police are showing you combat-related techniques and then using that as a test score without you mentally knowing it. To me, that would be a lot better. More realistic skill sets, and then scoring you based on your performance and hitting the target, versus drowning the, hey, if you don't pass, you're not going to be on the streets, and you got to score 80% or 90%. It's all a mental process. When people think about the mental process of shooting under stress or under time, they always do worse than what they normally would. So my thing is, if you practice for it, you're going to get better anyway. But you got to get your mind beside the fact of, being on time and doing it the right way. What you should do is slow down, do it right, and then everything will work out for you. You'll score in the 90, 100 percentile. Alright? But the moment that you begin to think about the time set and that you have to score 80%, then you begin to rush, and that's when all stuff goes out the window. That's the only problem I have with it. It's a mindset thing. Get past the mindset, and you'll do so much better. Alright, let's talk about alignment. If you're a law enforcement officer or security, I'm going to assume that you're going to wear your magazines either to the front of your body right here somewhere, or a cross draw side. If you're going to wear a cross draw, the magazine's bullets need to face upward if you're left reactive hand. If you're dominant right hand, your bullets need to face forward so that when your magazine comes out, it goes straight into the gun, bullets facing forward. If you are left hand dominant, it's vice versa. Magazine bullets need to face to the sky, and magazine needs to go into pouch this way. Alright? So you can pull and come up. Alright? If you are going to put the magazines on your belt facing up to the sky, alright, the bottom facing up to the sky, what you want to do is have your bullets facing towards your gun. They need to face each other. Alright? So that when you pull out, you come straight out and you come in here. Alright? Come in here. Now, the difficulty of training somebody for qualification versus combat related, here's the difference. Alright? In qualification, we should know for a fact that we have magazines on. In combat theory, it's understood that these things can fall out during a fight, which they have on me before. I've had magazines fall out of my pouch, and I've had magazines fall out of my gun, which is why I switched guns. Not bad-mouthing you, the name of this company. I'm just saying it happened to me. It was a Ruger P95. I was fighting a guy. He had a gun. I had my gun out. I hit him in the back with my gun to make him drop his, and my magazine fell out. I had one bullet. He got up. He took off running away. Thank the Lord he didn't take any shots on me. I was ready. Had one bullet, but I was ready. And I went to go here, and my magazine had actually fell out of my magazine pouch. It was a real slippery chrome. Alright, so in a mindset of combat relation versus qualification relation, sometimes things are going to happen where you need to use your mind in a combative mode, which means that I will make sure that I have something down here first before I actually drop what's in my physical gun. Alright, and that's very important for the difference between qualification and combat relations. Because for qualification, you don't really have time to say, uh-oh, do I have something down here? You have to drop and go to the new one as soon as you possibly can. Alright, it's very important. Now, with all that aside, again, you're still doing it properly, and the way it needs to be done will gain efficiency to your training platform. Alright, so stand by and we're going to move on into the doing it properly, my theory. Again, this is my theory. This is not something that's guaranteed, written in stone. It's something that you can take and use if you think it'll make you better. My suggestion is always do what makes you feel comfortable. Also, always do what you do best. Alright, because if you begin to use my theory and my training style and it doesn't work for you, you need to change. Alright, so stand by. Alright, so I'm back. So, let's go over ways to get that gun out, drop the magazine. What you need to do is good things to do in the midst of that change, and a lot of practical theory, alright? Practical applications of what may need to happen. Now, this is not a draw stroke video. This is we're only talking about unloading and reloading your magazine with a new magazine, and we're not doing tactical reload, which is something that you would do interchangeably during combat. We're talking about a slide lock or emergency reload. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and slide lock my gun and show you that it is empty. Alright, and that's how it's going to start. Okay, first thing you do is presentation just like you would a normal threat. Okay, you come up, you go to your draw stroke, you come out, you squeeze trigger. Okay, boom, 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 you simulate shooting shots. Once you fire the shots, finger come off trigger. And I always suggest people to cant the gun and look at what the issue may be. Okay, if your gun goes empty and it's not shooting anymore, you need to find out what's going on with it. Alright, so number one thing you're going to do is check that gun. Once you check the gun and realize it doesn't have any ammo in it, or whatever the problem may be, you're going to correct that issue. Okay, now, this is my suggestion. As the gun is coming up and you're looking at it, it's also coming back towards you. Okay, it's where your left hand or your reactive hand, could be your right hand if you're left-handed, your reactive hand goes and makes sure you have something down here. This all should happen at the same time. I'm coming back, I'm checking, and I'm grabbing. Okay, you take your thumb, your middle finger, and your index finger, and you align it on both sides of the magazine. And what I do is I touch my ammo with my index finger. This way I know I have a firm grip. Another thing I can do from here is I can slide my index finger over, and now I can do a tactical reload. Okay, it's just an easier way to do both. Alright, but back to it. I grab here, index finger, middle finger, and thumb. Got a tight grip on this magazine. Once I know I have something in here, while I'm still like this and the gun is canted down to the ground, I shift my thumb over enough to depress the magazine release. I press and turn, and I bring that thing into my workspace so I can see it. Now, I've heard somebody say, bring your gun down here, it doesn't matter. It does matter. Alright? Let me run on you, or run up to you, and see how fast you react. Okay? A person that can see what's going on, and a lot of people say, well, you're only losing a split second. Guess what? I want to know what's going on in that split second, because a person moves very quickly in a split second. So, up here in your workspace so you can see it. Another thing it helps you with is to be balanced. If I'm down here and I got to turn my gun, I can lose balance and focus. Alright, if I'm up here, at least I still have focus, I have balance, everything is good. Alright, another thing is I can see my magazine well, and I make sure that I see this magazine going into the well. Then I take my eyes back to my threat. Slam home, rack, and back into it. Now, you want to make sure you practice racking. Alright, and what you can do is you can load snap caps or some type of dummy or ball round in here. Ball being a training ball round. Alright, into here to practice the racking of the gun. Okay, mine unfortunately are in my car, so it's 28 degrees outside. I don't feel like going out there. Alright, so let's look at it again. Okay? Okay, nothing's down there. Now, the moment I feel that nothing is down there, I keep this rascal. Because guess what I'm going to do now? I can take this and I can load this one up and put it back in here. See what happens if you don't hold on to that thing? Put it back in there and I'm ready to go back into the fight. Alright? Now, let's talk about, really quick, some things that some people have problems with. Number one is moving too fast. They go here and do all this fast stuff and see what happens. Alright? Don't move so fast that you get caught up. Okay? I'm out, I'm here. I see, I drop. See how easy that comes out when I'm taking my time. I go here, I see it, and then I slam it home. A lot of times, people come up and get confused here. See that thing go in there, and then back up. Okay? Boom. Turn it. Hit. Boom. A lot of people say, well, Mr. Turner, you know, those things are empty, so they're a lot easier. Guess what? You practice both ways. Alright? Go to the range and practice it with a full load, and be at home and practice it with it empty. Alright? You can also load it up full of snap caps. They got a low weight to them. It's not a lot, but it's enough to get you a training field. So again, a G-rack and then go. Checking that gun each time to see that something is wrong with the gun.